Everybody, welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going to do something a little different.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about this one because we're going to be talking about Forex.
Okay.
But we're going to be looking at it through the lens of a reality show,
Oh, wow.
which sounds kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be a fun way to kind of look at things and maybe understand some of the concepts in a new way.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea because, when you think about Forex trading, a lot of people think charts and graphs and
Right.
numbers, and it can be really intimidating.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you think about it like a reality show, it kind of brings in this element of like psychology and strategy
Right.
and the human element.
Yeah, and it makes it a little more exciting.
Exactly.
So let's dive into this. So we're imagining
Okay.
we're contestants on this Forex reality show.
Right.
And what's the goal here? Like, what are we trying to do?
So the goal is to grow your starting capital
Okay.
by trading currency pairs. So for example, you might be trading the euro against the US dollar,
Okay, got it.
and you're trying to predict which currency will go up in value and which one will go down.
All right, so it's all about making those right calls.
Exactly.
And I guess one of the things that makes Forex so challenging is this idea of volatility.
Yes,
So-
absolutely. Volatility is like a major factor in Forex.
And how would you explain that to somebody who maybe hasn't watched the show before?
Well, you know how on those reality shows, there's always like a sudden twist or a challenge?
Always got to keep you on your toes.
Right, exactly. So volatility is kind of like that. It's like these unexpected shifts in currency values
Okay.
that can happen really quickly.
So it can make you or break you.
Absolutely.
In an
It
instant.
can wipe out your gains faster than a contestant getting voted off the island.
Oh, man, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these shifts can be caused by anything from, a political announcement to an economic report.
Wow. So you really have to be on top of your game
Yeah,
all the time.
all the time.
So we've talked about volatility. We've talked about the goal of the game. What about this idea of elimination? Is there something like that in Forex?
Yes, there is. It's called a stop out.
To stop at.
So imagine you've placed a trade, but the market moves against you to prevent you from losing all your money. Traders use something called a stop loss order. It's basically an automatic safety net that closes your trade if your losses hit a certain limit.
So it's like a way to cut your losses
Exactly.
before things get really, really bad.
Right. And if that happens, you're out of the game. You're stopped out.
Wow.
Just like being eliminated from the show.
That's brutal. But I guess it's better than losing everything, right?
Absolutely. Risk management is key in Forex.
Okay, so we've got volatility stop-outs. What about the mental game? I mean, we're talking about a reality show here.
Yes, the mental game is huge.
So how does that play into Forex trading?
Well, think about the contestants on a reality show. They're under a lot of pressure. They have to make quick decisions, they have to deal with unexpected challenges, and they have to keep their emotions in check.
That's tough.
Right. And it's the same thing in Forex. You
Yeah.
have to be able to control your fear and your greed, because if you let those emotions take over, you're going to make bad decisions.
And you're probably going to get stopped out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can imagine that's one of the biggest challenges for traders.
It is. It's one of the things that separates the successful traders from the unsuccessful ones.
That makes sense. And speaking of successful traders, one thing I've always wondered about is, in those reality shows, you often see contestants forming alliances
Yeah,
to try to get ahead.
right.
Is there anything like that in the world of Forex?
Yes, there is.
Huh.
In a way,
Okay.
traders pay a lot of attention to something called market sentiment,
Market sentiment.
which is basically the overall mood and expectations of other traders.
So it's like trying to read the room and figure out what everyone else is thinking.
Exactly. And sometimes traders even try to influence market sentiment.
Oh, wow. So like playing mind games with each other.
In a way, yes.
That's fascinating. So it's not just about the numbers, it's also about understanding the psychology of the market.
Right. It's about the human element.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about volatility stop-outs, the mental game market sentiment.
Yep.
If you were to give our listeners one piece of advice for surviving on this Forex reality show, what would it be?
I would say have a solid risk management plan,
Okay.
like using stop loss orders to protect yourself from big losses,
Right.
and don't let your emotions get the best of you.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
And I think it applies to a lot more than just Forex, right?
Absolutely. It applies to life in general.
All right, so there you have it. Forex trading as a reality show. Who knew finance could be so dramatic? But seriously, I think this analogy really helps to highlight some of the key concepts and challenges of trading. So next time you think about Forex, Imagine yourself as a contestant on that crazy reality show and think about what your winning strategy would be. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive. We'll see you next time.